Hey everybody, I'm Abraham, owner of Adventure Sauna. What we offer is so much different than what you're going to experience at any regular old standard gym sauna. The first difference is that it's powered by wood stove. It's just a different kind of heat. What you're going to get off of those little coils on a electric heater or infrared panels that are shining light waves at you, like it is not the same as being in a room with a good wood stove that's heated with a lot of rocks on the top of it, the mass of all of that heat, and it just really goes into your bones. It's a deeper heat. I think it's a more thorough heat. Full spectrum, it's not just infrared waves, but we have a glass panel on the front of the wood stove so you can see the light flicker of the flames and add wood to it, and you can hear the roar of the fire. The other thing at gym saunas, sometimes they don't want you to put water on the rocks. Like, that's lame. You can't have a sauna without putting water on the rocks, in my opinion, and that's the traditional way of thinking about it. Like in Northern Europe and Finland and Russia, where saunas are so popular, it's just embedded as part of their culture. They would not even believe you that you say you're going to do a sauna and not put water on the rocks. In Finland, they call it loila, and it's the word they use for the water and the steam that comes off of the rocks. And the origin of the word, it's really ancient. I understand that it's like one of the oldest words in their language. It used to refer to one of their original deities. It was like the god of life and breath. And then so over generations, right, hundreds and hundreds of years, as people are, building their domes with hides over them and putting rocks and, little sweat lodge ceremonies, like, picture Northern Europe in the early times before advancements. And it's just really interesting. So now Loila, the word, has evolved. So now they use it for the water and the rocks, but really it's breath and life, the deity of breath and life. The steam that comes off of the rocks surrounds your body. It makes you more alive. It makes you stronger. The more Loila you have, the more strength you have. That's that life and breath. And so it's like culturally, to put water on the rocks and feel the steam surround your body, it's a big part of it. And with lighting in mind, right? You want good lighting. You want a well-ventilated room so it's really oxygenated. The air is moving, and the wood stove, it really does. It just moves all the air around inside, circulates it. There's no like stagnant corners, and your feet are nice and warm. And the cool thing about this is the other thing, it's not just a sauna. It's not just like, oh, I'm going to the gym and I'm gonna, do a 20-minute sauna session as part of my workout. It's a cultural experience. And so in a lot of places on earth, going in a small, dark, hot room together and sweating and talking and, going out and plunging in cold water or rolling in the snow or jumping in the ocean or the lake or whatever it is, come back, do multiple rounds. There's a human connection, there's a cultural connection. And then you can eat a feast at the end. And that's one of my favorite parts, is just, after all of the sauna rounds, after all the cold plunges, having a big feast with your friends and connecting. And so we can bring this experience to you. It's not just the mobile sauna unit, but we have, there's a fire pit that goes with it. We can bring some camp chairs, at least a handful of camp chairs to go around the fire pit, cooler full of cold beverages, the cold plunge unit, and a canopy that goes over that, a little changing room. On the mobile sauna unit, there's also a shower, so you can hook it up to a hose and have continuous hot water. I don't know, I think it'd be hot water for days with that one full propane tank. Or it also has a pump, and so it's wired in. You can just flip a switch. It'll pump the water out of the 5-gallon bucket or water jug or something like that. But if you're in the middle of nowhere and you can pick up a 5-gallon bucket full of water, drag it to the sauna, dip the input hose into it, flip the switch, have hot flowing water in the middle of the wilderness, it's kind of cool. So we can bring this experience into your backyard. You can have a little private spa session with your family, or a romantic night with your partner. Or if you want to do something more adventurous, we can take it to a location, be it like a park, a lake, the beach, something like that. Have an experience. Maybe if you're daring, you can do a cold plunge in a nearby local water body, like pure natural water. That could be a really good experience. But the other place we can provide the experience is at the finish line of a race or competition. You want recovery, right? People want to work really hard. You do a run or like a fitness competition, and at the end of that, your body's really sore and you want recovery. So we can bring it to you. Traditional, mobile. This is old school, cedar-lined sauna experience with the cold plunge and the fire pit. We have a big old boombox that goes along with it. It's the biggest JBL speaker that they make, but it's like, yeah, that's part of the rental. Connect your Bluetooth to it, play whatever kind of music you want. I think music and sauna is a really good combo. The beat moves through the sauna. You can feel it in the benches as you're kind of sweating, and it's a pretty good feeling. Oh yeah, and a little changing room, that way it's just a pop-up kind of a tent canopy changing room. You pop that up anywhere, and then you have a little bit of privacy with the experience. It depends on where you are. If you're in the middle of nowhere, it might feel very private. Thanks for listening. Just wanted to explain to you a little bit more about what we do at Adventure Sauna and why it's different, right? This is not a gym sauna experience. This is a full-on cultural experience in ancient times, it was a big part of our culture. And I think in the future, it's going to become even more so. You know, we need more human connection. We need more real things in our life, not virtual things. Hey, is that AI? Nope, there's no faking this. Reality has way better graphics than the internet. I'm sorry, right? And when you're in a sauna, it is every sensory part of your body is feeling it. When you know, if you're willing to go in the cold water, every cell in your body wants to escape, and it is one of the most intense experiences. And when you overcome that mentally, it makes you mentally stronger, more resilient. If you can breathe through the cold water, you can breathe through anything. So yeah, I want to share this experience with as many people as possible. I think it's important. I think it'll make us healthier and happier and make the world a better place, one sauna at a time. So yeah, anyway, look us up, adventuresauna.com. Really exciting. Thanks.